Boxing King Media, powered by BYD, Mr. Barry McGuigan. What kind of performance was that for, not just for Chris, for your son as well? Because the last time around, obviously, it was a split decision loss and a knockdown.
Yeah.
He completely flipped the script.
Well, no. He's a much improved young man. He's so talented. The first thing is Chris is immensely tough. He's a great puncher. RIAKPORHE showed tonight, and I didn't know that he had it in him. He showed tonight that he can take a shot. He showed that he's got gumption and he can fight back. But I thought the scoring was too close. I thought Chris wanted considerably more rounds than that. But that doesn't matter. The right man won the fight. He had to take his lumps. He took some really great shots. And RIAKPORHE is a seriously talented kid. And he can come back. But Chris was absolutely magnificent tonight. And what he won that fight with was his movement, his stepping in and out. He constantly confusing him. He's sticking the jab, and every time he stopped moving, snapped the jab in his face. So he never gave him a stationary target. He was constantly moving. It was just magnificent. And this kid has grown, Chris has grown so much over the years, and he's got the most important ingredient in a fighter is to have drive, toughness, and determination. Skill is nearly always a prerequisite for the top fighters. But you need more than anything else the ability to absorb punches, to get through tough and difficult times. And Chris Billam-Smith has that in shovelfuls. He's a fabulous talent. And what he's done is, you see the difference in the fight before. The fight before was he hung out at long range for too long, and RIAKPORHE was able to hit him with tremendous shots, at long distance. And yet he recovered and came back. I thought he won the first fight, didn't get it, but and you could argue that RIAKPORHE done well and finished strong, but tonight he was just magnificent, Chris, and shows the way he's improved. And him and Chris and Shane are a phenomenal team, and we've got a great stable of fighters, and he's the father of the gym. He's the guy that they all look up to, but not just skill-wise and drive and determination, but what they look up for is how decent, how hard-working, how driven and determined, and how ambitious, and turning that ambition into hard work, and just doing it over and over again, and getting through the grind and the hard days. And in sparring he didn't look great sometimes, but in the ring, that's the difference. Chris Billam-Smith he metamorphoses into a terrific fighter. Tough, hard, great combination puncher, and the ability to adapt and change and switch and change. That's what won him the fight tonight. RIAKPORHE didn't know where to punch. He kept moving that head up and down. He was never a stationary target. And it was his pace too, in and out, pushing him back and putting him under pressure.
2 stadium fights back to back as the underdog in both fights.
Yes, I know that. And
wild. Yeah.
But it is wild, and again, that's why all the kids in the gym look up to him, because he has that, that drive that you look at and you think, that's what all the kids want. Skill is important, and we have so many talented kids, but also having that drive, and Billam-Smith is just such a great example of to all the other kids about hard work, dedication, commitment, and self-belief.
I've got to ask you one last question, Barry. Tyson Fury, can he avenge the loss to Usyk based on what you saw in that first fight?
No, I think he was very lucky to get through the fight. I thought Usyk could have got him out of there. I thought, without sounding political, I thought the referee done him a favour. He stood in front of him after he finished the count, and it was 9 seconds in which Usyk could have finished him, and he didn't allow Usyk to go in. Now, your job as a referee is to protect the fighter, but you're also compromised if the other guy is relying on that opportunity to get him out of there. And if you have that power as a referee, and I'm not saying it was crooked or bent or whatever, I just think that he allowed him or afforded him the opportunity to get through that round. Usyk, I think, will stop him the next time, and Tyson has been around a long time. He's done terrifically well. He's a very gifted guy, and he's done tremendously well. But I just think Usyk's a better fighter. He lives better. He's, dare I say it, better for the sport. Just in the sense that he's more active. He's a tremendous story. University recognised as the best cruiserweight in the world. Big comes over, beats Joshua twice, and then turns Tyson inside out. And this thing of the fight being close, it wasn't close. It was a clear win for USYK, and I genuinely think he'll do exactly the same next time, and he will stop him the next time. He will get him out of there.
Last question, Daniel Dubois, age, it looks like it's set for September 21st. Yeah. It's not official, but it looks like it's possible. Do you give Daniel Dubois a chance based on his performance against Hrgović?
Yes, I give him a chance. I mean, I thought he was losing to Hrgović. Hrgović got cut, and it was a bad cut. And, Daniel did what he had to do to win the fight. I think he's a tremendous puncher, and he's got a chance with anybody. You give him half a second, he'll take your head off. So, for that reason alone, of course, he's got a chance with Joshua. And has Joshua dimmed as a fighter? Possibly. I honestly think that Joshua would have beaten Fury, but I think, and I think he'll be, of course, he'll be the favourite against Dubois. But Dubois is going to punch a chance. Half a second is all it takes, and he can knock anybody out. So, of course, he's got a chance, but favourite for me is Joshua.
All right, thank you for your time, and congrats on being a granddad again.
Thank you very much. It's great.